Am I live? I'm live. Hello, hello. I know this is weird. This is not my normal time. I didn't put a thumbnail up early. I didn't do nothing. I just said, I'm just winging it. I'm just winging it. And hey, Chelsea. Hi, Patty. Welcome, welcome. I know this is going to be strange for people to find me on at this time because it's not my normal time. I decided. So here's okay. This is a great topic to talk about. I decided that I was so kind of frantic getting ready for my Whatnot sale in between doing this show. And then when I did my Whatnot at 3 p.m., I said, you know what? I am just going to move my live show to the same time I would have a video come out. So normally my videos come out at 5 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm like, okay, that's right after my Whatnot sale. What I didn't account for is needing a little bit of time between the Whatnot sale and going live. That's what I didn't account for, but it's all good. It's all good. It's 1 a.m. in London. Oh my, and Diane, thank you for being here. I'm sorry. Yeah. I always it baffles me keeping track of all the time zones and all of that. It's crazy. And I don't even like this light is weird shining on me too. I'm gonna have to do something about this light. I wonder if I can adjust my color balance. I have a webcam that has a remote, so I can I can move myself this way, and I can move myself this way, and I can go up and I can down and all this fun stuff, but I can't adjust the color. But you know what? I'm going to have them turn off these lights behind me. I'm going to say, because I have the magic. I have the magic to say, maybe. There, I can find it. I'm saying, can you turn off spotlights in front? Let's see if that helps the color on me. It will definitely help the heat. I have to show you guys a funny picture of Goody, who is trying to make her way up onto her little basking area. She is, there she is. So she's got to do the climb. She's got to do the climb, and she gets up there. She makes it. She's a crack up. What am I doing now? I don't even know. I started talking about that. So what am I doing now? You know, a lot of people get irritated with me for being a little bit all over the place, as they would call it. But I do not see it as a deficit or a weakness. I see it as the flexibility to be able to bounce and change and do whatever needs to be done in the moment. Because I think too often we get stuck. We get stuck in a rut of, this is how I'm supposed to do something. This is how I should do something. This is how other people expect me to do something. And then we cannot feel good about doing anything other than that. And we need to feel good about doing something other than that. Indeed. And I am streaming over on Facebook and YouTube. So thank you to my Facebook peeps as well for being here. I can see both of the chat comments. All of you can't. So I'll try to be aware of that and read if there's a question that comes through. Oh, yeah. I hope everybody had a really, really great Mother's Day. I hope you did. Yes. But I have a philosophy on these days. I don't know, guys. I'm not a fan of the days. I'm not a fan of, picking out and celebrating one group or another for any particular thing on any particular day, because I feel like humankind should be kind and caring and celebrate each other every day. That's all I got to say about that right now. Some of you really like this time. Fantastic. Hello, everybody who's coming in. And some people are finding me for the first time or being able to join me live for the first time because maybe they're at work during that old time and everything. So, yeah. You too, Chelsea? Yeah. So I haven't looked it up, but I feel like the history of these days, and Lord knows there is a day for everything, but we have our main ones, Mother's Day, Father's Day, Grandparents' Day, Secretary's Day. Um, you know who benefits from that? Hallmark and flower shops. So I feel like those were commercially based to begin with. And honest to gosh, if you have to be reminded to show somebody appreciation once a year, I see I could get myself in trouble going down this path of conversation. I think we should do wonderful, kind, generous, beautiful things for people all the time, unprompted by a calendar. Just do it. Just do it. Don't wait for Mother's Day. Don't wait for Father's Day. Just do something nice for somebody just because I think it will mean a lot more. I do indeed. And restaurants. Yes. And restaurants. Yes, exactly. Yeah. And it sometimes creates a very, very difficult day for someone. I know there were a lot of people struggling yesterday because not everybody has a warm and cozy relationship with their mother. And so having a day just kind of calls out that pain to some people too. So yeah. I am doing the What Not 101. Oh, that's a good name for it, Melissa. So if you are a member of the Niche Nation, please be sure to check the membership tab for when your session is. So I have 3 different sessions for each level of my membership. That is, if you want to see what the perks are of membership, it should be a little link right down there that says join. It won't, don't worry. If you click join, it doesn't automatically join you. You still get to look and see what you want to do. But I have like a basic overview training for all of my members. And then I have a little bit deeper dive with my all-in members. And then my full access members are going to get some one-on-one training with me. We're going to do it through a Zoom call. So that Zoom link is over in the membership section. If you're a full access member, you will have access to that. And I am going to we're going to do some real heavy coaching on making sure that you are successful. So I got a little something for everybody. I want everybody to be successful and just go a little deeper with each level. When is Grandparents' Day? I don't know. I don't have any grandparents left. And honestly, this will be a very strange Father's Day for me because my father, my bio dad died and nobody told me. I found out by asking if he was still alive. No, he died. I think I found out. I think my mom said something about my brother going back for his funeral or something. So it's very strange. Like I haven't had a relationship with my father. I tried when I was 20 years old. I reached out. I tried my darndest. I went to Wisconsin to visit him for a week and thought, maybe we had forged a little relationship. And then, no, he had expectations of me. Like it was my responsibility to grow the relationship with my father. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I'm the kid. It's got to be, give and take here. So yeah, it was very strange. Oh, thank you, Lenny K. Thank you. Yes, I was just going to talk about celebrating Noah's birthday. Very exciting week around the Ackerman household for sure. Yeah. And I never knew my paternal grandparents. I was 2. I think I was 2 when we moved to California. So I never really got to know them. And I did have my maternal grandparents who I was I was very close to my grandmother. My grandfather, not so much. He was not a good dude. But my grandmother was my rock, and I miss her so much to this day. I will never get over not having my Mimi around. Think about her all the time. And yeah, so those days can be hard. Those days can be hard. But yes, so Noah turns 18. I can't even believe it. I can't even believe it's okay. So those of you, I have other adult children. I don't remember feeling this when my other adult children turned 18. But with Noah, there is something kind of, I don't know what it is. He's my only boy. And there is a different relationship with my boy than there was with or is with my girls. It's just a very different relationship. And there's this little strike of terror in me that, oh my gosh, he could just like move out and go do his own thing. And, and like, no, he's not going to do that. He's not going to do that. But still, I think about it. So he has not worked very hard at getting his driver's license. So mom has made and taken the step to get him driving lessons that are going to start on his birthday. He has his first 2-hour session on his birthday to get his driver's license. So he should be licensed. Well, I don't know how long it's going to take to get an appointment at the DMV, but he will be prepared to take his driver's test next week, which is like, it's great and it's not so great. It's great because I really need him to be able to get himself to and from work, help me get Rachel to her horseback ride. I mean, it's going to be a wonderful thing for him to be able to drive. And he already has a car. His dad gave him a car. Didn't make him earn it. I don't think anybody got my text. Those lights are still on. Hey, Brenda, are you right outside my door? Can you holler back there for them to turn the spotlights off? They're melting me. I'm melting. Yeah, so it's turning 18. And I'm not going to say what his birthday present is because he pops in on my live. So I know I got a great birthday present for him. Just wait. We'll reveal. We'll reveal on Wednesday. Maybe I'll pop on live and record the moment. Can you guys see me? Like, I'm sweating because it's really warm in my office, and I don't know why it's so warm in my office. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Shelly, my whatnot was at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. And I've made my whatnots very consistent now. Oh, that's better. It still didn't change but that's better. Not so much light behind me. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. Those are my regular whatnot times. And then I pop and do different things. Your 24-year-old is going to be a daddy. That's a change in relationship for sure, Norma. Oh my goodness, yes. Yeah, so I thought Noah would be excited about me getting him these driver's lessons. He's like, meh. He's like not super excited about driving. And I would thought for sure he would be, but he's wise beyond his years, and he's a very logical brain, and he knows the dangers of driving. And I think, he's very comfortable not having that responsibility. So it's kind of like a little shove to get him to that next step. And honestly, I'll be scared to death, but it is that side of him that's going to comfort me in knowing that he is going to be a good driver. There's no doubt in my mind. Noah is going to be an excellent driver. He's very aware of his surroundings because of racing. And the only thing, the racing brain has to kind of change a little bit when it comes to driving on the road. He's not going to be a speeder. It's not that. It's taking corners a little fast. It's some of the nuances of driving a car versus a go-kart that are going to be difficult for him. So I love that I'm getting an instructor that's all they do is teach people to drive, and they're going to be able to work with him really, really well. Yeah, I got my license at 18 too. I got married at 17 and got my driver's license at 18. Figure that one out. Yeah. I'm reading your comments over here. If you got a question too, type those in all caps for me if you have a question. I will feel better with him having the drive. Now, his dad has taken him driving. His dad is very comfortable with him driving. Noah's a good driver, but he's had a few hours, and I don't quite trust the instruction of his dad because I have ridden in the car with his dad for several years. So there is that. Yeah, it's really hard when your little boy turns into a man. It's different than your little girl turning into a woman. It's just a different thing. It's a different thing. I love all of my kids dearly. But see, and Noah was my miracle child too. Noah was truly was not supposed to happen. I went through years and years of infertility. I had 6 miscarriages. Including one in the second trimester, which was devastating. So the whole 9 months I was pregnant with him, I never stopped worrying. Like it was always, anxiety. But there he was, and he's as perfect as can be, and very blessed. And then along came Rachel. Like she was like, "Whoa, what's this?" No. So the house hunt is a little bit frustrating. I found a house. I made an offer on a house, but see what I'm looking to do is a lease option. I have to spend a year-ish, maybe a little more, saving up a down payment. I don't have a down payment. I have good credit. It's not excellent credit. It's good credit. I have excellent income ability. See, I don't just show as self-employment income. I put myself on payroll a year ago so that I actually have a W-2. So I have all that. I've got all of those things that everybody wants to see. I don't have the down payment. So I'm looking to do a lease option because everybody goes like, well, why don't you just stay where you are? Two reasons. Number one, the rent is astronomical. And the house I'm in now, I rented because I wanted to run my business out of it. But now I'm running my business out of here. So it's more house than I need for the money. And 2, half of the stuff that I thought was coming with the house doesn't work. So I'm really paying too much for this house. And number 3, my lease is up at the end of August and they want to sell the house. Now, I don't want to get to the end of August and not be able to have a place. I don't want to scramble and move. I want to be able to move someplace and know I'm never going to have to move again. So that's why I'm trying to do a lease option. But I'm not sure that a year is enough time. And so the particular house that I found, they won't do a 2-year. And the reason, and it's really like, I wouldn't mind doing the 1 year and then renewing it. But the red flag for me is that their reason for not doing 2 years is that they think the house is going to be worth more money in a year. May or may not be true, but that tells me they're going to be a problem when it comes time to purchase the house. Even in a year, if the value of that house went up over what the offer was that they accept, there could be a legal battle. That's the biggest reason I'm not pushing this particular house. I don't want a legal battle, and I don't want to work with short-sighted landlords who would rather their house sit empty for 6 months and get no rent then take a chance that it might be worth $10,000 or $20,000 more in a year, but I accepted this offer. I know it's crazy. I know I don't want to buy the house I'm in. It's got so many deep problems. It's got something called what's it called when the heating's in the floor? Like there's pipes under the floor, and there's it like a hot water system that runs through the floor and heats the floor. It's a pretty extensive thing, and that doesn't work. But it's not the fact that it doesn't work that bothers me. Radiant heat. Thank you. It doesn't bother me that it doesn't work. I could live with that. I'm concerned about what happens to those pipes that probably have water in them that are part of the foundation of the house. To me, that screams all kinds of problems. And to fix that would be ridiculously expensive. So there is that issue. There is the issue of scorpions. We have gotten them very much under control for the most part, but we still have them. We still can't walk through the house barefoot. We still go around with black lights and check. And yes, we still have to kill them all the time. So there is that. Pipes breaking is a huge problem. Yeah, it could be. And then there are just, they're old air conditioning units, very old air conditioning units that would need to be replaced. So yeah, and they're not going to want what I want to pay for it. They're going to want substantially more money for it. So it's probably going to sit, on the market empty for who knows how long while they lose money. But whatever. It's definitely not our dream home. I mean, if they would sell it for a reasonable price and that considered all of the stuff, then yeah, but because I did consider it. Yeah. We are cross talking. No, I'm fine. I'm fine with all the commenting. I don't know which thing we're referring to. Down payment. So for me right now, I would need to come up with 20% down with my credit base and the fact that a lot of my income is self-employment income. Just to make it a no-brainer would be 20%. I may after, see, this is the other problem, guys. I have a bankruptcy on my credit from my divorce. And I procrastinated filing that bankruptcy because in my heart, I really wanted to pay off all that debt. But then I got some sense knocked into me saying, Danny, that's not even your debt. It was not, you did not accumulate that by yourself, because somehow in my divorce, I got stuck with all of it. The only thing he got responsible for was the back taxes, which the clincher is he's never had to pay, never will have to pay. Like he knew that going in too. So I got all of this ridiculous amount of debt from the business that I had to close that was started together. And then, he left and I was like, so yeah, long story short, too late for that. I know. I did end up filing bankruptcy less than 2 years ago. Now it'll be 2 years in September. And the timing is such that my lease is up. My bankruptcy, is 2 years out, which is the criteria for the mortgage companies to start looking at me and be able to do like a 10. So if I had 20% down right now, I could get a mortgage. But to get the 10% down, I have to get that bankruptcy at least 2 years old. Some mortgage companies want 3 years. So it's all of this Tetris game of finances. That is true. I can't wait for that day when someone does an inspection. Yeah. Yeah, the scorpions were so bad when we moved in. Oh my gosh, they were falling out of the air vents, guys. They were everywhere. They were coming out of the sink. Oh my God, it was like living in an absolute nightmare. I used to cry at night, that like worried about them climbing up on my bed. Oh my God, it was horrible. It was horrible. And then I worried about having to spray all the poison that we've had to spray, because I'm very, very anti any kind of chemicals and poison. You guys know I won't even burn a candle. And here I am having to spray poison every 2 weeks. So that's terrifying too for all my animals. Yeah, it's just, it is a lot of cash to come up with. Yeah. And I put my entire savings into opening this store. And I don't regret that for a second. I do not regret that. I mean, I felt like the time was right. I found this opportunity. I had been looking for a space for a year and a half, close to 2 years. I'd been looking for a commercial space, and I just wasn't finding one in the price range that I wanted to pay, because I knew, like, a startup, you can't put a ton into rent. You're going to have other expenses and all that. So I was able to get this spot, and it worked, but it took everything I had to get this up and running. And I thought, easy peasy, I will just sail right through and be able to save up again. And then things happen where people try to destroy your business, and it sets you back a little bit. But we are on the rebound, and we're doing fine. And I know I will save up the money again. But in the meantime, all these timing things just have to. Oh, I'm definitely looking for a different house. Deanna over on Facebook, I see your comment. Definitely looking every single day. I search the MLS. I search Facebook Marketplace. I have a realtor doing searches. We're searching. Yes. I know houses are expensive out here. They are expensive out here, unfortunately. 20% down is usually 20 to 30,000. Yeah, not here. Not for any type of property with land. And my forever home has to have at least half an acre. It just has to. I want a tortoise sanctuary. I don't want to be in an HOA. So there are certain things that are my criteria too. I don't want to settle. Although I have thought about, I could go right now. I could go find a cheap little house, but now I got two moves, which just like, everything in me is like, nope, hold out. Let's see what happens. I still got some time. Thank you, Lizzie and Louie. I appreciate all of you who leave me those comments and encourage me, because I do get discouraged when I get a lot of the criticism comments and kind of the knockdowns, not constructive criticism. I love constructive criticism. I'm talking about just the mean comments. I get a lot of them. Jennifer Todd says you can do an FHA 3.5% down, 1 year. Yeah, not according to my mortgage broker. So, I mean, that'd be fabulous if we could find such a thing. I don't know. I mean, I think there's certain houses that doesn't the house have to qualify to have that FHA loan? I think once it gets over a certain amount, then it doesn't work. And I don't really qualify for like down payment assistance programs or anything. I don't know. It's a weird world. It's a weird world. I'm just hoping like the market kind of comes down a little bit over the next few months. And how about over the next month, actually? Oh, the next month would be good. I do have a fantastic realtor. If anybody wants a really, really good realtor here in Vegas, I'll set you up. His name is Jonathan. He is fabulous. He took me to go look at houses in the pouring rain. Like, he didn't cancel on me. He's like, let's do this. No, he's really amazing. Yes, there are a lot of foreclosures, but foreclosures usually come with needing a lot of work too. Yeah. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm keeping my options open, but I also believe in truly going for what I really want. I've always been that way. I've got my eye on the ball and I'm focused on it. I'm aiming for it. I am not accepting that I can't make it happen yet. That's the thing. Will there be a plan B over here if we get closer and it's not looking good? Absolutely, absolutely. That's true. God will handle it all. And you know what? And I feel like that's it too. For me personally, I feel like this is a little test of my faith. This is a little patience, Danny. It's like he's saying, I got the right spot for you. It's just not quite available, but I'll let you know when it's time. I haven't been homeless yet. You know what, Jen? I am. So, and I don't want to rehash the things that happened over the last couple of months, but I did go through a heavy, heavy grieving process. My heart was super broken, super broken. And still, see, like I almost can't even talk about it. So I was really, really grieving. And I've been worried about my business because I've actively had people working very, very hard to hurt the reputation of the store, to hurt my reputation. And it has been a little bit of a pinch, but I am definitely seeing us back on an upswing and things going well, and I'm feeling better. And I've worked through some of that grieving process. So, oh, Jennifer Todd. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Absolutely. I am definitely open to all options. But I mean, that my big thing is I really don't want to move twice. I really, really don't. Because my moves are not normal moves. Got to remember, with all of my animals, moves are extremely stressful for them, and especially the aquariums. Like it is inevitable. I will lose some of my creatures during a move. It just happens. And so, going into it knowing I have to move twice in my head doesn't make sense. I'm really looking for a home that I can live the rest of my years out in. That is my ultimate goal. And I know what that looks like. It doesn't need to be a big home. It needs to be big enough for me and the kids and a visitor, because Jordan likes to come visit. And it needs to have the land for me to house all of my animals comfortably and take in some more. Because I really want to work with the tortoise rescue down in Casa Grande, Arizona. She is my tortoise mentor. It's the Eclectory Tortoise Rescue. And sulcatas need homes. Sulcata tortoises grow to like 150 pounds. And they start out as these cute little babies. And everybody thinks it's really great to go buy one at the pet store. And then before they know it, they have this monster that makes big poops and they don't want it. And so the tortoise rescues that nobody really talks a lot about are extremely stretched in space and abilities to care for these creatures because they live for 100 years. It's a problem. So I want to do my part to help with that burden and be kind of little subsidiary up here in the Vegas area for the Eclectory. That is my dream. It's what I'm going for. Oh, let me see. I'm catching up. Rejection is protection. I like that. Oh gosh, I have a whole new audience to tell the chicken joke that is my new favorite. You guys want to hear my chicken joke? Okay, don't give it away. Those of you who were over on my whatnot, don't give it away. Yes, I had animal control called on me. Yes, I know who it was. I absolutely know who it was. Disgruntled employees are the worst. Well, I will just put it that way. Oh, goodness. Let me see. I think I'm caught up. Okay. All right. New chicken joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because I had to. Oh, it's close to 8 here and I get up early. Oh, well, thank you for hanging out with me for a short while, Myra. I did. I had animal control calling me. Apparently I was abusing all of my animals. Not just one or two, but no, because I asked them, I said, sorry guys, I'm readjusting my stool here. I said, which animal? What? And she goes, well, let's see. You have birds, turtles, dogs, guinea pigs. So it's absolutely, person had been in my home, knew how many animals I had and where they were located and all of that. So yes, I know the person. Yes, I do. Yeah, indeed. But they closed it. The heart-wrenching part about that was that the notice was left on our gate and Rachel found it and absolutely freaked out. And it was her birthday. So she spent the morning in tears. And I got to give credit to the Clark County Animal Control, who I was on the phone with. And I asked them, could you please tell my daughter you are not coming to take all our animals away? And the woman was so kind. And she says, no, honey, we got a report and we have to check it out. And she was very reassuring. And, but it broke my heart. Like, I am a mama bear. You hurt one of my kids. You see a whole different Danny. Like, my kids are my life. And, I cannot stand to see them in pain. So yeah, mama bear turns on big time. Yes, indeed. I hope they have heard, I'm sure they watch my videos. They're probably watching right now because they can't leave me alone. Yeah. They're not a YouTuber. I will say that. They are not a YouTuber. I don't want anybody to think it's, somebody that it's not. Yeah. But so that is the long answer to how the house hunt is going. It is still going. My ideal situation would be to perhaps find somebody who would love to make an investment in some Nevada real estate and flip it in 2 years for profit. That would be fantastic. Just go into the deal knowing they've got a tenant for 2 years, and then they get to sell the house for as close to market value with still making some. And I'm thinking if the prices go down, but I want them to make money. I want to buy a house and like that whole thing. And I don't know. I feel like that person might be out there. If it's you, let me know. Reach out. I'm an excellent tenant. Despite what some will tell you. Okay, you guys, I have to share this. My ex-landlord actually commented on somebody else's video that, oh my gosh, imagine her horror. She saw me putting screws in the walls of her freshly painted house. And that's why she didn't renew my lease. Like, what? I'm pretty sure everybody hangs things on the wall when they rent a house. Yes. Now, I will just say, I got most of my security deposit back. The things they took out were for trimming the palm trees and fertilizing the lawn because there was brown patches that were weather related. It was winter, but that's what got deducted from my security deposit. Not anything for holes in the wall because I paid to have everything put back the way it was. Yes. Elizabeth, so I actually was able to just talk to the animal control officer and send them pictures of all of the animals. And I actually gave them my YouTube channel. And I said, you can see my animals. They show up in my YouTube channel. And yeah, case closed. Thank you. It's me, Sally. Thank you so much. You guys, I can't even tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of you. I have had the greatest support over this last couple of months. And, I really am about focusing on the positive and moving forward. And like, that is me, that is my life. And, but there was some days where I had a little trouble because I've had comments going like, okay, Danny, your videos seem different now. But yeah, I was struggling a little bit. And but still working really hard to focus on the future, because that's what it's all about. It's all about the future. It's not about, and I have had, some excellent mentors. I just want to give a huge shout out to What the Hales, Jeremy and George. Many of you know them. Jeremy and George have just been amazing friends and amazing mentors and guiding me through some rocky times, and are always willing to just give what support they can in from their experience. And I feel like that's what we're all about. We all have life experience and we all have things we go through that somebody else hasn't gone through yet or may be going through. And so if we are willing to share and be open and transparent and put ourselves out there to help somebody else get through those pitfalls, I feel like that's what it's all about. So I do just want to give them a big thank you publicly, because they are truly amazing people. And if you guys aren't watching What the Hales, why not? They're in a battle with Otter Creek right now in Florida. It's pretty riveting. It's pretty riveting. I wish I had the guts to call out some wrongdoers like he does. Yep. Thank you, Little White Quail. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I do have some fun stuff coming up. So I'm looking at my calendar here. I got to remember what date it's happening. I think it's next Monday. Okay, so I lied about this whole time change thing. So next Monday, I will actually be live at my old time of 1 p.m. And the reason is it's like 10 p.m. in Paris at that time. And the reason that's important is because Picker Road will be coming on with me live from Paris, France, and sharing their shopping experience in Paris and sharing some of the goodies that they found in Paris. So I will have to do next week at 1 p.m. because I think 5 p.m. would then be what? 2 in the morning. I can't ask them. They would, though. They totally would. If I said that we need to do it at 5 p.m. here, they would stay up and do it at 2 a.m. because they are amazing people and have become very good friends. And I adore them so much. Yes, there will be a Disney Whatnot train on Sunday. Absolutely. Lots of stuff going on this week. Another thing that's in the works, being planned, is a little road trip happening. Actually, got 2 little road trips happening in June. I will be going up to Reno and shopping all the way there, of course, and there's not a lot of shopping all the way there. I have to say that. There will be some shopping on the way there and on the way back. But I'm going up there for a retreat, and it's going to be a little weird because I'm going to be like off the grid. So I may not be answering emails and messages and the such, although I probably won't be able to stay away from that. But little trip up to Reno. And then at the end of June, I will be down in Phoenix speaking at the List Perfectly listing party event. Yes. Why do the Hales always seem they're fighting people? Because that is the stuff they run into. it's just what makes good YouTube video too. So there is that. Come to Idaho. I don't think I'm going to get that far up this trip, but I do want to do more road trips. Definitely. Planning one with Jordan up the coast of California soon too. Yes. Yeah. It's going to be busy times. It is going to be busy times. You know, I've never been to New York. I have never been to New York. I should go to New York sometimes. I've been to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I love Philadelphia. Oh my gosh. I have gotten some amazing glass it actually was such a good buy in Philadelphia. It was worth it to pay to ship it home. Yes. There will be some road trips this year. I want to do road trips. So we're working it out. So pick a road is going to help me with the road trip thing. So it's going to be a joint effort because Gary can drive the big RV and Will can help me edit video while we're driving. So we're going to make it work. And then we can do pop-up whatnot sales from the RV because there's people out there who have inspired me, like My Flipping Van Life, who does. I'm like, hey, if she does that, I can figure out how to do that. Absolutely will be in Cali. Absolutely. If I have a concern regarding a recent order I received from me, what is the best way to contact me? Email. Just email me. I know I'm a little behind on my email. Also, if it's a whatnot order, use the whatnot messaging system because Matt actually checks those messages for such things. So I have a little help over on the whatnot. I know I've never been to Idaho either. I've never been to Idaho. I do love shopping in the Northwest. Really do. Washington, some of my favorite shopping. And Laura Caldwell has invited me to come up to Oregon to come shop in her neck of the woods up there. So the Northwest is definitely a place I want to go. And I want to time it when George the Antique Nomad is in the Northwest as well. And I got to tell you, I just got his book today. Look, this is George the Antique Nomad's book. Look, there's his name right there. That's George the Antique Nomad. And there's this picture right there on the back. And he inscribed it to me, and it just about made me cry. If you don't know George the Antique Nomad, he is also an amazing person, friend, willing to share his knowledge and expertise. And I just can't thank him enough for always being willing to join in and do shows with me. And he came here and we got to go shopping together, and it was super fun. Yes, I will be crafting. I will be making my assemblages. That will be filmed for sure. Yeah. So also, of course, this week is Noah's birthday. Wednesday is Noah's birthday. So I think he told me he wants to go to the Excalibur dinner theater. They have the like the medieval knights show. That's what he requested. So that's probably what we'll be doing on a Wednesday night. And because there's critters involved, aka horses, that footage will probably go over on my Niche Lady Critter Cam. Did you guys know about that one? I have another channel called the Niche Lady Critter Cams, and that is where you will find my aquarium footage, places that we've gone in Vegas that have animals, and there will be some live webcam stuff coming soon. As soon as Picker Road gets back from Paris, I can get that set up because Will's my tech guy. He sets up all the technical stuff. Oh, I have to go watch that. Yes, yes, you guys. Yeah, George's mom did just recently pass. I knew that, and I wasn't gonna say anything because it like is so personal. But yeah, so yeah, if you guys keep George in your thoughts and prayers, it's got to be a rough time for him right now. Oh, yeah, I don't know how not to be busy. Like I am. This is how my brain is all the time. Like I'm busy. Even when I sit down to watch TV, I play a game on my phone at the same time. I'm up. That's me. Oh, I'll have to reach out to George. Yeah. I did not see that video yet. So I get behind on people's videos. Imagine that. Yeah. Oh, George, I'm sorry. All right. Any last questions? We got about 5 minutes left. Everybody wants to get out of here. I am filming. I am live from the store. Some of you may not have noticed that my background has changed. That is because the office project has been going successfully, and I was able to move everything around, make room. This used to be piled with stuff. I still have stuff, but it's going through the process of being sold on Whatnot. Mostly Whatnot, and getting up on my booth here in the store. None of the women in our family were not busy. I was cursed to carry it on. Yeah, because wasn't it Grandma Izzy? Wasn't she like out in the garden working in her garden in her 90s? So yeah, it never ends. But see, that's the kind of busy I want to be. I don't know. When do I want to retire? Give me 20 years. I'll retire in 20 years. How about that? Where to get George's book? From his website, which is it theantiquenomad.com, Melissa? There, she's way ahead of me. Look at her. She is the link queen. Yes, so it's theantiquenomad.com. And George also does appraisals. If you get some really super nice items, do spend the money to find out what they are. George is fantastic. He understands the eBay market, so he will give you market advice as well as insurance appraisal advice. He is a certified appraiser. Thank you, Lizzie and Louie, for being here. Appreciate you. Garden State Tortoise. Yes. I believe in education on these animals. That's the thing. I don't think most people have bad intentions when it comes to having a pet. I think what happens is they're not educated in the beginning on what that pet needs, what it turns into, and all of that. And this happens in dog breeds too. This is not just tortoises or potbelly pigs or like this is dog breeds where people get a dog breed and it's a cute little puppy, and then it grows up and it's got needs. Working dogs need to work. If working dogs don't work, they find a job. And that job sometimes is digging a hole or tearing down a fence or doing something destructive. And then they end up in the pound. And so education is the key, because the more people know, the more we can prevent those pets from going into a home where it's not a good match. A lot of people should not get parrots. Parrots are very needy. So, I don't talk a lot about that, but definitely if I didn't have Rachel at home with Bougie, there's no way I could have that. It would not, in good conscience, I couldn't keep a bird in a cage all day that needs interaction. There are birds that don't need that interaction. Finches, canaries, parakeets for the most part, if you've got a couple of them. But a parrot, they need and I don't recommend having multiple parrots be, flock mates, because that's a whole nother set of problems. But if you're going to get a parrot, know their needs. All right, guys, we are at the top of the hour. I have employees that want to go home, and I want to let them go home. So I really, really appreciate you all being here with me tonight at the pop-up new time. There's over 600 of you here at one point. I so appreciate you. Yes, Jordan's doing better. She lost her voice. She does have a whatnot scheduled for tomorrow night. We'll see if she makes it. She's had to reschedule it a couple times. She was really, really sick, and then she lost her voice. But she is doing better. So yes, yes, yes. All right, everyone. So again, next week I will be back on at 1 p.m. with the Picker Road coming live from Paris. After that, we'll go back to 5 p.m. But I will see you Wednesday on Whatnot at 3 p.m. Pacific time. I'm selling linens and textiles. A little unboxing of sorts. So with that, everybody, go be profitable and make it fun. We'll see you on the next one.